It'll be fine. It'll be
The
fine.
whole me going like this didn't really work at all, did it? Okay. Hey,
Nope.
you guys remember how to play this game?
That
Nope.
doesn't mean whisper.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
We've started streaming, is what we've done. We've done the countdown. Now we do the part where you say, hi, everybody.
I thought I had 5 seconds. I forgot it's on the delay. Hi, everybody. It's good to see you.
We promise, guys, we know what we're doing.
We promise we do not.
It's only been 2.5 months. We can't promise that this isn't a normal occurrence, especially with the holidays coming up. So we're just happy to be here. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
I'm gonna ask Santa to get you all pants.
I think we all have a spare pair of pants, as we discussed in Discord earlier.
I realized because I changed my camera, I totally messed you up. I'm so sorry, Luke.
Oh, that's cool. I'll catch it on the fly here. While I do that, what I do in game, the first thing I do is I help whoever is going to work on Chill by casting Speak with Animals and tell Chill he's a good boy and come back soon, and I pet him. So, go.
Alrighty then. Let's give some recap for those of you that don't remember what happened.
Please, I have no idea what happened.
Okay, so recently, you guys, most recently, Zynes was given a vision of Serenity's Peak that she is supposed to climb on foot, and she kind of started to think about how she was going to do that, and the Dark Mages showed up, and you guys decided you were going to go snuff that out. So you did. You went to the tower. You had a big battle on top.
Who won?
Hard to say. It looked. You guys. I mean, we're still alive, mostly. Some of you. You did lose Inna, and you did lose all of your friends. Is a loose term, but the keepers of magic that accompanied you all seemingly sacrificed themselves through the artifact that Malcronus had to bring her back from wherever she was.
About time they did something useful.
So they all perished. You guys defeated a good number of dark mages. You started to go below and killed a seeming hostage that was a supporter of the dark mages, and rescued one Drake. What's his name? Drake Varkirian, who you currently have in your party with you. They seemingly were chained up and forced into labor to discover the raw magic stones of Osium that were found below in the ground somewhere. So you guys looked in the sky and found the hired airship that was purchased by Chad. You climbed aboard. You were introduced to the crew, and that's kind of where we left things. Chill is still dead, but you guys were able to get everyone aboard safely. Any other questions? No? Okay. Yes.
Am I wearing pants?
I think at this point you were, but you had taken them off a couple of times in the process.
Sometimes you've got to do that to defeat the ultimate evil. Just take the pants off.
It didn't seem to help your cause, but you felt better about it. That you know of.
Well, see, that's fine then. And I got a nice little breezy draft.
Are you sure it didn't hinder it?
You're alive, aren't you?
So as you guys climb aboard the airship, you were introduced to the entire crew. And you all were going to sleep with instructions for the airship to go back to Parna. So, Chad, as you're making your way, being shown to your dormitory, everyone's kind of settled in and is tired and whooped. Morally, kind of just the air is heavy here, and so, but you hear the two around the corner. You hear these two kind of high pitched voices. They're kind of bantering back and forth.
What do I hear them saying?
As you kind of get closer to investigate, you peek and you see Yuri and Jury, the two twin gnomes, are kind of
The
going
hospitality
back and forth.
gnomes.
Yeah, and they seem to be getting out of a closet some like bedding and some sheets and things, and you just kind of overhear. I'm scared, Yuri. I'm very scared. It's fine, Jerry. It's fine. I hope I hope we don't have to go over the mountains. We will not have to go over the mountains. It will be fine. No, I'm scared. You heard the talks of her, and I don't want to go anywhere near her. As long we can sail anywhere, but not over the mountains. If we go anywhere outside of this kingdom, I'm leaving, and I think you should come with me. It will be fine. Zargo takes great care of us. We will not have to go anywhere. You better be sure, because I've heard stories. Stories. Do you do anything with that?
He didn't mention
Bless you,
which
Drees.
mountains, right?
Not by name, but you kind of
But
get
I
an
know what he's
idea
talking
that
about.
they're talking about that stretch of mountains that keeps Thalendra from the other kingdoms.
Okay. No, I don't. I mean, Yuri or was it Gary? Has it under control. Jerry has it under control.
Okay.
I'm still worried about my friend Chill.
Sure. But you get the sense that they have seen things happening in other kingdoms that seem distressing.
Okay, noted and filed for later. And I think that possibly we should avoid the mountains at this time.
Okay. So you head to bed. Do any of you want to do anything else before you rest?
Do we need to rest before we bring Chill back?
Who are you asking?
The group. Whoever can do that, can perform the task of bringing Chill back, do they need to rest before because of spell slot management?
The only one that can is going to be either Enna can bring Chill back, or Zan can bring Chill back. I realize I'm pointing at my camera because I'm staring at the cameras, but that's not the camera order on stream. Okay, so either Enna can bring Chill back, or Zan can bring Chill back.
Zan just might happen to look at his character, and Zan might happen to be empty on all spell slots.
All right. So in order for me to bring Chill back, I need to find another direwolf.
Can we go to the store and pick one of those up, like Costco or something?
I check my dresser drawer. Do I have a direwolf?
No.
I asked the captain, are there any dire wolves on board?
That aren't dead.
I'm sorry, we do not hold random wolves on board our ship. But I do believe if we do dock in Parna as you have requested, there should be some around the new airfield that has been constructed.
Okay, should we just sleep and go back to Parna then?
Well, it's gonna be. Is it gonna be easier to? Is it gonna be easier for Enna to find a new dire wolf, or is it gonna be easier for Zan to get all of his spell slots and get the ingredients ready? Zan, what do you need in order to bring Chill back?
Well, first I need a clue, and then I need my big boy pants, and then I need to figure out how to do this.
Wait, which pants are you wearing now? I would have thought you would have worn your big boy pants to the last fight.
No, because I left the dire wolf in the other pair of pants, and I haven't done laundry in like a month or 2 or 5.
It's never been the same since Tom left, right?
Exactly. Tom was the best assistant we ever had.
How are the birth accommodations? Boom.
What's giving birth?
How are our rooms on the ship? How's that?
They're rooms with
They're-
room.
They're adequate. I mean, they're not. They're nothing compared to the Crazy Wisp, but they're functional and better than probably a low class inn. But to conserve space, I mean, it's kind of like being on a ship.
I'll check to see if I have that on me. But I charged the bed.
Okay. So you guys get yourself a long rest, and you, in the meanwhile, the ship docks because it was pretty late. So you all regain your spell slots, you regain your hit points, and you wake up about mid-morning, and the ship has been docked, and you can hear the sound of the waves crashing a few 100 feet towards the shore, and it smells like home.
It's just like a prayer.
I'll take you there.
Are we halfway there?
No, we're living on a prayer.
And the DM's already groaning.
Is the bank open?
What time is it now?
It's mid-morning. It's probably, you guys slept in.
I'm going to run to the bank and get a diamond that's worth at least 500 gold pieces from my stash.
Okay. Easy enough.
I'm going to give it to Zan Falcon.
Okay.
Anna, you're best friends with Chill. How do you want this to happen? Do you want us to find the direwolf, or do you want Zan Falcon to do it?
Okay, if Zen does it, then it's Chill back in Chill's body as Chill, the original Chill. If I do it, it's basically pulling down Chill's essence and putting it in a different body. So he will look completely different, but otherwise he'll be the same Chill, right?
Do we have to put him in a direwolf body?
Yeah, why?
I don't know. I thought Chill would be awesome as an elf or a human or a tiefling or something.
That would be destroying someone else. And I
They'll
know.
be fine. They give him a headache. They'll be all right.
Doesn't your spell, if you do your spell, doesn't he like have a chance of being like a dark elf or something, or is it a different spell?
That was Dreves.
Mine can touch somebody that has died within the last 10 days, and then I fondle their body and eventually let them come back after I'm,
Okay.
That look on Boob's face.
I have to say that just because of the way you worded that, I would prefer that I do it.
Look what you did.
I really don't think Chill would want fondling. No.
So, do we need to find a dire wolf then?
Yes.
I go to where the captain said the new airfield was being made, which I'm probably, well, I know where that is because I just came from there to the bank, and then I'm just going to go back, look around for a dire wolf, because he said they're going to be plentiful right around there.
So, as the rest of you emerge to the top deck of the ship, you find yourselves outside of the city limits of Parna, and you can see the city wall that seemingly is the northern wall you've seen before because you guys had a shenanigan where you turned into birds and Dreve, or Zines took you over this wall so that you could get in and out of the city one day. But so this is that same wall, but there's been a large acreage of land that has been kind of cut out, and there's a few towers that have been built, nothing fancy, but kind of stone, just to kind of make as a platform to dock, so that this airship, the only one that most of you have seen, can land and sit without really being disturbed. Yes.
Apparently, we don't need a body. I'm reading it right now. It says if your animal companion is ever slain, the magical bond you share allows you to return it to life with 8 hours of work and the expenditure of 25 gold worth of rare herbs and fine food. You call forth your companion's spirit and use your magic to create a new body for it.
So you have just a fancy dinner party, and then he comes a running.
I mean, he likes food.
You can return an animal companion to life in this manner, even if you do not possess any part of its body.
Yep.
And we have the whole part of his body, just cuz.
So, since I'm creating it, I could actually create a body that looks exactly like he did.
Yes.
But with racing stripes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Racing stripes, lightning bolt, something, you know?
If you do that, then he probably gets 5 more movement speed.
Let's just be thankful that he's back to life. How about that? Just be happy he's back.
There goes boom.
Wait, he's back already?
Once again.
When did this happen?
Railroading? No, you guys are just trying to get more than you deserve. You know it.
What are you talking about? We're playing normally.
Wait a minute.
Sir.
We're playing normally. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, trying to milk movement speed out of this.
That's what we do as players.
And by that math, you could just kill that beast, get a new one, it'd get 5 more. So
No, that's not how it works. He already had racing stripes. You don't put...
What happens if we
You don't
get
understand math at all.
Should we
You
get-
don't understand math or science.
Clearly, I don't.
If racing stripes do add speed, then if there are any other things that add speed, we could do all of those things right now.
I need to go to the tattoo person and get lightning bolts on my butt.
Wait, I have the lightning bolt. I have the lightning bolts on my hands. Does that mean I'm faster?
No,
Yes.
it doesn't.
Means you get +5 and then +1 AC.
We don't make the rules.
Yeah, it says it right here on this thing that I'm reading. It
Yeah.
says we don't make the rules. I mean, no, wait, no.
Man, I can't wait for your campaign. We just
I
make
know.
up the rules. Oh, man.
What do you think I'm gonna do? Duh. I'm gonna improv the whole thing.
Oh, I can't wait.
I'm so scared. For
Everything's
you.
made up and the points don't matter.
Exactly.
What show is that?
Okay. So, should we...
Whose line is it anyway?
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Let's do scenes from a hat.
nice.
As your characters.
My favorite is everything's a question.
Yes.
Okay,
I
but
like
just
props.
just for the record, I'm sorry, back to the game. Just for the record, I do give the 500 gold piece diamond to X just in case something happens later.
That okay.
My safety.
Yeah,
and
because we
security
don't know how many
is
times
I
our
will
DM's
use
going to
it.
kill Chill.
Well, I mean, look how many things of mine he's killed.
How would you guys like to proceed?
This just proves that it's
without people
dangerous to
dying?
get close to Zan.
This is true. So actually,
What does Dan do?
the DM kills anything that Zan likes. So, and there wasn't anything left. I mean, it was either Chill or us, and I already died too. So,
I think he does that because he resents me.
It's because you took your pants off. That's why.
I know.
Wait till we play your campaign.
No,
I
I've
stand
already
as
got
far
them
away
now.
from Boom as possible.
Oh, Boom's gonna have a heck of a time.
I put it on my pants. Disadvantage.
No, you may have pants that you can never take off.
Oh, jeez.
You can't cover up.
Incoming my nudist character.
Yeah, it's gonna be the cursed girdle of Gertrude, and you have to wear that forever.
Oh my gosh.
-3 AC, -5 movement, and always at disadvantage.
I feel like anybody that watches this after the live show is always going to know when we haven't played for 3 months. Not because we tell them, because we just like, woo!
no rails.
Welcome
That's how
to the
professional
Tangents of Parna.
Okay. Question.
We need to find these herbs that you need.
And we did rest, right?
Yes.
I will help find the things that Anna needs.
Okay, where are you going to look for them?
In Parna to the places I know where I can get the things that she needs.
Wow, you guys.
Wait, hold
Okay.
on. I have a thing. Hold on. I have to go back through my notes, guys. Sorry.
Okay, so we're gonna have to shop at some place and figure out because it just says rare herbs. Obviously, we know what fine food is, and then I want to go back to the Crazy Wisp place, basically back to the room to do it, so that Chill is in familiar surroundings.
I will carry Chill.
Okay.
That is making me cry.
I'm sorry.
We're gonna go to the leaky cauldron.
Okay.
My notes.
Who is so are you carrying Chill into the leaky cauldron, or are you
No,
guys
no. You know what's
dividing and
Chill in
conquering?
the Wisp, so I'm gonna bring Chill to the Wisp because carrying stuff is kind of my forte.
Okay.
When we're at the Crazy Wisp, while they're getting the supplies, I will stay with Chill's body and just kind of arrange it in a proper ceremony.
And brush him too. Make sure
Yeah,
that there might have been some blood on him and stuff. So yeah.
Clean him up and do all that.
Okay. So as you walk through the door, Chad, holding Chill, I'd take it the rest of you in tow. Immediately you are met with Philip at the front desk, and there are a few patrons off to the side. There's kind of a sense of urgency that kind of washes over him. He kind of looks at you wide-eyed. Greetings, Master Chad. 1 second, please. And he turns to the patrons and he goes, out! And you just watch as there's just these kind of little people that seem to be perusing your wares, and they just drop what they're doing, and they just kind of awkwardly walk past you and shut the door. Sorry, I lost my temper there for a second. Now that we are alone, we need to speak urgently. You seem to have your hands full, but we have a problem.
Give me a moment.
I'll take Chill. You handle this. I can carry Chill from here up to the room.
Okay, I pass Chill over.
And I'll carry Chill up to Enna's room.
Okay.
And I'll proceed to brush him out, comb him out, wash out any of the blood and anything. Just prepare him.
Is it so? They left. It's me and Philip, right?
Unless anyone else wants to be down there too.
I'll go. What's the portal doing now?
That's just it. It's the Wisp. He came back at your request, and while you were gone, I was starting to tell him what had occurred with the portal and how it was changing. And he'd said, "Oh, I'll just take a look at it." In his voice, "Oh, I'll just take a look at it." And I said, "No, you should wait for you." And then he went down the stairs and he went in, and I haven't seen him in 46 hours.
He went in the portal.
Yes.
Why did he do that?
Because he said he could fix it from the other side, and I didn't follow him because he always seemed to know what he was doing.
Is it fixed?
No, it doesn't appear fixed, and I haven't
Okay.
seen him.
Have you tried going up to the portal and saying hello? Is it you I'm looking for?
Yes, we did try that, but it didn't work.
Lionel Richie came out.
What about hello from the other side?
No.
Okay. Just trying to help.
You try screaming Adele into the portal.
No, his name's not Adele. That's dumb.
Thank you for
Right.
telling me, Philip. I will deal with that in a bit.
Okay. All right.
Stop yelling at customers unless they deserve it.
Well, they did have warts, but I will do better. I'm very flustered.
As you can see, I'm reluctant to start a new story arc until we get Chill back.
Well, right. Also, who is your friend? And at this point, Drake is just kind of standing behind you.
I don't remember who Drake is.
He's the guy that you guys rescued. You took as prisoner originally, and Zan Falcons put his sword through his friend's head. You didn't ask a lot about him, but you took him. He was seemingly a prisoner of the Dark Mages. You did not interrogate him very closely, but you seemed he was okay. You thought he was all right.
Do you think that my intention with that is to have him locked up somewhere? Like with the guards here? I really don't remember this at all. Does anybody remember?
I think I remember Zan putting the knife through his friend.
Wait, Zan doesn't remember skewering somebody's shish kebab head. Did he deserve it?
This was not covered in the recap. I just want to say, sir.
I did cover this in the recap.
It was touched on.
I didn't listen is the problem.
You guys went from the top of the tower to the bottom of the tower. You saw the stairs leading down and thought, we should go out that way. So you went
were the
down
guys
there.
that were chained, right?
Yes.
He was one of the guys that was chained in the bottom of
They
the
were-
tower.
Oh, I remember.
Those are the guys that were doing like research and stuff and junk in the bottom of the
Yes.
tower.
His
Oh, okay.
head
Yes.
To free him, because now he's free. Now
He
he's
showed-
no longer a prisoner.
He showed some partisanship to the Dark Mages, which freaked you guys out, and Zan took care of things the way he does.
But he's free.
And the other guy begged for his life, and you took him with you. You thought he was okay, and you said, start thinking about your job interview because I may want to hire you.
Okay, but every time we've picked somebody up, guys, it hasn't worked out well for us. I'm just going to put that out there.
Is there, in the Crazy Wisp, with the renovations that we made, a storage facility for keeping people that we don't want to leave, i.e. a jail cell?
Phil kind of like he's like, come. No, there's 2 extra rooms for the 2 of your companions that are no longer with us, but we didn't really make a jail cell. We made vaults But I
But
wouldn't.
they're like airtight vaults, right?
Nah, I wouldn't put a person in there. Yeah.
I will put him in one of the rooms upstairs, one of the spare rooms, and I will say, "Stay here." And I close the door, and then I make like the fake walking away sounds, like, you know, boom, 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 boom. And I stay there and I stare at the door.
A perception check. Which room do you put him in?
The one closest to me that's unoccupied.
Well, essentially, do you put him in Chitter's room or do you put him in Bearwell's room?
Oh, those two. Did you get the sense that I like this guy?
Yeah, you thought he was all right.
I didn't have like an annoyance with him or anything, right?
He helped us escape the bottom of the tower.
Okay, I'll put him in.
You guys get pretty annoyed with any NPC that you
That's
pick
pretty
up
much
for
true.
more than a session, but
I will put him in Beowulf's room because it has a bed and not like a nest or whatever it was. It's not made for a bird.
okay, that's good information. So after about a minute, you just kind of hear him start to kind of walk around the room. He might be picking up things, and then you hear something drop,
I open the door.
like scuffling. I'm sorry. I was just looking at things.
Stop it.
Okay.
This is a temporary room for you. It belongs to a very good friend that I've never had a problem with before, and I don't want you going through his stuff.
Right. I'll just sit on the bed then. Do you have like a book or something?
The alternative is you're going to be sleeping in my room on the floor, and I snore.
Okay, I'll just sit here then.
But he does have the cutest dragon onesie.
All right.
I'm not there.
Tell me again what you're skilled in.
Alchemy. I'm an alchemist by trade. That's about it. I can create potions, acid, other magical concoctions.
Okay, and we talked about you giving you a job here at the Crazy Wisp. Am I correct?
Well, you seemed very forceful. I don't need a job, but you seemed like you were going to make me an offer I couldn't refuse. I don't remember. That's where we left off. It seems like months ago, but I know it was only a couple of hours.
Right. We passed through, I guess, some sort of memory erase or memory suspension field for 2.5 months.
Seems to be, yeah. But I don't need a job. But I am very grateful for you and your friends rescuing me. But I probably have things I could get back into.
Is it helping dark mages and stuff?
No, I told you that they took me, and that was not on my own volition. Okay, you can watch me. That's fine. I'm just letting you know.
Until I'm sure, I want you to stay here and not go through the drawers. I want you to not touch anything in this room. You can sleep on the bed, and you can look out the window, but that's it for now, because I want to make sure you're not bad.
He like starts to look out the window, but there's just rocks back here.
Yes.
That's not a very good view, is it?
Are you saying rocks are bad? I love looking at rocks. I'm a dwarf.
I am so sorry.
I walk out, lock the door.
Okay.
Get back to the other storyline.
I don't know what to tell you.
We post Blinky outside to guard.
I like that.
For brevity, you can easily find and acquire 50 gold's worth of fine food and proper herbs for Ina's activities.
It was 25, but we want to make sure, so we get 50.
I thought it was 25 each. Is it 25 for both? Okay.
It just says
then
25 worth of herbs and fine food.
Oh,
But we still get 50 just in case because we want to make sure Chill comes back immediately.
there you go.
Immediately.
But just so you know, you can't store it for later. It will eventually go bad, so you can't like have it for the next time.
We're just making sure Chill's thing is extra good.
Okay.
Like
With-
normally somebody would get just like a little ham. We got him the big spiral honey ham.
With the bone
And so like for Thanksgiving, you may have like a pumpkin pie or a pecan pie. We got both. Plus we got homemade whipped topping.
That's not a good health roll there, buddy.
No, not at all. Roll a 1 on a 1d8.
Okay. So am I now restoring Chill?
Yes, it will take you 8 hours. So it's
I
roughly
guard the door.
It will take you the rest of the day.
I'm in there with Enna because I was in there getting Chill's body, so I'm kind of helping her, dabbing her head when she starts to sweat or anything like that, making sure, casting cool breezes and stuff if the room gets too warm, that kind of thing.
Okay.
If she
Zan
starts getting
Falcon-
frizzy, I pat the frizzies down.
Are you doing anything during this time?
Oh yes, I am.
All right.
I go check to make sure the temple is still, because I'm responsible.
The temple is still there, and not much change. You guys haven't been gone that long, but things are still being put in their proper place. It appears they're getting ready to build the steeple, and so plans are being put in place for that. You guys have gained a couple of followers in the past day that you were gone. The evening you were gone.
I instruct them to write and post a huge banner out front, says now hiring personal assistant to the Guardians of Parna. Please inquire at the Crazy Wisp. And then I'd have to let Philip know.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
No, I got this. I want them to put a kenku on top of the steeple. You know how some steeples have like a little statue? It's going to be a kenku,
Wow. Okay.
but it's going to be shiny.
Do you guys think I could slip out and not guard the door, or do you want me to stay guarding the door? Because there's something else I think I might be able to. Okay. I want to go to the Keepers of Time and see what's going on there, because the wall was missing, and we just defeated the Dark Mages that they couldn't.
The Keepers
of Magic. Now, did I say time again?
Yeah.
Even after 2.5 months? Gosh, darn it all. Keepers of Magic.
Okay. You make your way down there. The wall seems to have been fixed as you're walking up to it. You don't notice. Typically, there's at least one guardian, or not guardian. Look what happened. Keeper posted outside.
Guardian of Time.
Yeah. Guardian of Time. There's no keeper posted. And as you kind of knock on the door, 45 seconds pass with no response.
I use Chad's patented knock to knock harder.
Okay. So you give a good old knock and make a strength check. You kind of have to pull back as you kind of make a small like crack in the door, and you like look around and start to like try to pry it back, but there's now like a small hole where your knuckle went through. But another minute goes by and you don't hear any shuffling, you don't see anybody looking out windows. The place seems kind of quiet and
No more keepers of magic. All right, I guess they all died at the Dark Mage Tower.
Then we need to secure the goods that's in there, right?
I think Dreve needs to be in charge of the keepers of magic now. Sorry, Zines. I would say Zan, but he's already got the temple. He's in charge of the temple, so.
Wrong type of magic.
You can make it whatever you want. But we're not together, so it doesn't matter. I guess I'll just leave and go back and guard the door again.
Okay. So you investigate and don't really find anything. You go back. Is there anything else you guys would like to spend with your day? If the answer is no, we'll cut to Inna.
No.
Very well.
What time of day was it when I started?
Mid-morning.
Oh, they put little icons next to the money.
Yes. So, Inna, as you kind of get started, you know everything that is necessary to complete this coalescence. And so as you guys have brought in Chill's old body, you kind of, are sad, but you have reserved feelings because you know what you're about to do. And so you start by communing with nature in the best way possible by having these herbs that you lay out and you kind of smell and taste, and these fine foods that have been prepared. There's a whole turkey that was ready that you have prepared, and even though the death of another animal to bring this one back doesn't quite see all your purposes, you do with it as you can. And so you even kind of invite Zines to eat with you as you eat most of these prepared, some meats, but mostly vegetarian. Yeah, you guys went for that's where the other 25 gold went, was you guys got the butterball turkey instead of the honeysuckle. Yeah, exactly. And so you guys are kind of eating together, and part of these rituals in thinking up memories and bringing ideas to kind of bring this culmination near the last couple of hours where you really take time to focus and concentrate, and you just start to kind of, Zines, you see the air just kind of gets real heavy and real damp, and the light source from the candles and things that are burning start to get just a bit dimmer, almost as you're familiar with nature magic that kind of goes out, and the thing that comes out to you most is that one of the candles goes out and relights itself, and Inna is just focused on what she's doing, and it seems to float. The flame comes off of the candle and floats over about a foot away from where Inna is, and you watch as the air starts to kind of rush just a little bit. So these breezes that you are contributing to start to kind of, there's a rushing wind a little bit, just kind of and this flame grows, not in a fireball sort of sense, but in the air adds to it and ignites, and it kind of becomes this ball of energy almost. And you watch as it starts to take shape, and Inna puts her hand forth into it, and in it feels very warm, but you are used to how this, there's no danger here. She starts to shape this ball into something, and you know exactly which form she's going to choose, but it's still intricate and enlightening to see her actually take this ball and form it out into this form. Draw out the legs, draw out the little pointy ears and the snout, and she just kind of takes time with each of these little hairs, and all these, making it look just like this body. And near the end of the ritual, you watch as Chill's old body just starts to disappear, as it slowly just kind of evaporates into these tiny little, almost like fireflies, and they just kind of embers and is gone. This new one takes place, and they kind of coalesce into the new form that has now started to show fur. And as she kind of finishes, they're standing before you, is looking the same and as joyous as ever, kind of sitting down with a you have a new Chill. And it is now approximately 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the evening. It is getting late, but you have completed your ritual, and you have your new companion.
I was outside the door. Do I hear that it's been completed?
Yes.
I ask if I can come inside the room.
Yes.
I cast Speak with Animals and say, Chill, you're back.
Yeah, man.
How you doing, Chill?
I'm doing pretty good, dude. It's nice to be here.
Why does Chill sound like he's high?
He has every time, and we always get surprised by it. I was prepared this time for it, though.
I was prepared.
It's because he's chill, huh?
Yep.
Ask him if he likes his racing stripes.
Do you like your new racing stripes? They make you go 5 movement speed faster.
That's probably hypothetical, but I'm gonna feel faster, man. Yeah.
Cool.
Everything's gonna like blur to me. I'm so glad to be back. Tell Anna she is the best. I love her. She's the greatest.
I relay the information, and I go up and I pet Chill because he's a good boy. And I tell him, you're a good boy and we missed you.
Thanks. You're a good boy too, man. Yeah. If you could just, oh yeah, that's the spot. Yeah. I like that. Uh-huh. Yeah, man.
Oh my god, I
Appreciate
love
it.
You're a Good Boy too. Oh my god, that's awesome.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for coming back, man.
Oh, yeah. So good. All right. Well, good talk, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll talk to you again sometime, all right?
All right. Far out, man. Far out.
And I don't know, I hang up the phone. I push the stop talking button.
And then you just kind of hear this.
I tell everybody that Chill says that I'm a good boy.
Look, you moved Edna to tears. She was crying so much.
And I think she can't hear us because her headset's not on.
Yeah.
What? I'm good.
You were like wiping your eyes and were like, oh look, I was like Chill telling Chad that he was a good boy moved you to tears. It was so emotional.
Something like that, yes.
Okay, Chill's back. Awesome.
We let Chill have any of the food that he wants.
Yes.
He finishes everything that is there. Yes.
Except for the carrots. He doesn't like carrots.
Of course. So you guys complete your day with Chill back, and what else would you like to do?
Does anybody need staves charged or anything? Because we haven't remembered how to play this game. So just want to make sure everybody's up for everything.
Before we rest again, my staff will need charged, but we're okay for right now.
I can't cast anything anymore on it. Sorry.
That's
I can
okay.
charge your staff really, really good.
I mentioned what I know, what Philip said to everybody about the Crazy Wisp and the portal in the bottom of the other Crazy Wisp, and that maybe in the morning we should investigate that if he's not back yet. Good talk.
Sorry, like for some reason, over half of my spells were not selected. I only had like 9 spells prepared, so I gotta quickly prepare those real quick since we did rest up.
I guess I rest.
Okay. Well, you guys didn't do anything too strenuous, so you don't have anything to. But you basically spend your day getting Chill back, and during the evening, things go pretty quiet, except for there's a large crash similar to the one that you heard Philip describe a few weeks ago when the portal changed and the tree fell through. And you all hear this at probably what is 2 or 3 in the morning, just this loud, deafening crash that seems to come from the basement.
I go seek further information from where the noise was originated.
Yep, me and Chill head downstairs to check it out.
I tell Blinky to stay in his room.
I put on my
I can
pants and
follow.
go assist.
Is Bearwolf's door still closed?
It is.
Okay.
So as you guys go downstairs, you are met at the bottom of the stairs with both of your employees. Philip seems to be wearing kind of like a stocking cap for sleeping and has like a candle and seems to have come out of his room. Meanwhile,
Is it a below the knee nightshirt or an above the knee nightshirt?
seems to cap right at the knees. And his slippers are dark colored.
Are they bare, like bare feet?
No, but they do seem to be brownish. They're not very fancy.
Dude, we need to get you some bare feet slippers.
And then you notice Bjorn standing next to him. He's not wearing much. Small pair of shorts probably, and that's about it. He's barefoot. He's got his shirt off, and he just looks disheveled.
So he has bare feet.
Yes, but they are naturally occurring.
He naturally has bare feet? That's weird.
They're bare feet, not bare feet.
Right.
Oh.
BARE instead of BEAR. So which of you goes downstairs first?
What's wrong?
Everything's terrible.
It is. It's all terrible. I keep trying to wait, but she keeps looking away.
I open the door to the basement and peer down.
You hear another crash, almost like trees breaking in unison.
I descend the stairs.
Okay. You come down the stairs, and because you can see through them, you can see at the right side, the far is your portal. Same orientation as usual, but there is it has a dark tinge to it. Almost like the light coming from it is moonlight.
Is there a place down here that I can tie a rope to?
Probably the stairwell.
I do that, and I tie the other one to myself.
How much rope are we talking here?
I have at least 50. Let me look on my sheet and see if I have more than that.
I've got some if he needs some.
As the rest of you come down the stairs, Chad is tying this rope to himself, and you see the same thing. The four pillars that hold with the orbs at the top are still holding the portal from growing, but it is still rapidly spinning and has a dark tint coming out of it.
What are you doing, Chad?
I'm going in.
Okay. We got your back.
The crazy
Remember,
one.
you have your ring.
I don't. I'm attuned to other things.
Perhaps you should take someone that has a ring with you.
If you want to know what I'm attuned to, that will take some time for me to think about and remember. But I know I'm attuned to 3 other things, and it would take too long to attune to that. So how about I go in for 5 minutes? If I'm not back in 5 minutes, pull the rope and bring me back. Your lack of acknowledgement makes me feel really secure in what I'm about to do.
I'll pull you out, sir. Don't worry, I will. And Philip makes his way down to the basement floor.
Dreeve, do you want to go with him?
I mean, I can.
Because, if it's 5 minutes and we try to pull him out and we can't, I mean, we don't know what's going on. So I'll go.
You might want somebody that can transform into giant apes that can pull things in real easy to stay on this side of the portal, maybe. Not that I don't want
right.
Dreve. I always want to travel with Dreve. Don't get me wrong. But she has the ability to be unstoppable pulling out of portal force.
I was just suggesting Dreeve because y'all are best buds, but I'm totally willing to go.
Yeah, I'll stay. I'll stay on this side, and I'll like grab the rope and like twist it around my hand, and then just have it ready. And then that way, if I need to, I can either transform into an ape or transform into an earth elemental or something that's going to be strong to pull him back. But I'm going to already have it wrapped around my arm.
Also, if I tug on the rope 15 times, that means I need to go out. If I do it 14 times, that means I'm okay.
Okay.
All right, and I'm going to leave Chill behind because I'm not ready for him to be back in danger yet.
I hold in his hand and say, let's go.
Oh, so you and Inna are going through the portal?
Yep.
Yes.
So you have to, because of the way that the portal is set up, you have to kind of duck down as not to run into it because you don't know what will happen. and you duck under, and you can see once you're under it this sky that's full of stars. It is just absolutely beautiful. And there are 2 moons that you can see are about half. And you hear, though, another giant boom. And as you do, you kind of peek your heads up just enough. And when you took the tree out the first time, you saw that there was a large path of trees that this portal location sat in. You could see a large carved path. You now see that this path has doubled in size, with trees being broken in both ways. Go ahead and, with your guys' dark vision, go ahead and make perception checks. And then you kind of squint for a second, and you can definitely tell those are oak trees. So anything that tore them down is gotta be pretty strong. But in the time it takes you to identify those as oak trees, Chad, you kind of squint and you look very closely, and you see this giant hulking entity. You can't really take in the mass of it because it's pretty far away, and you see what you believe is the back. But for a second, before it starts to turn out of your view, you can tell that this entity looks creature-like and angry.
Does it look like the Crazy Wisp?
Not in the slightest.
It doesn't even look like something that he would, if he transformed into something, it would be that.
No.
Okay. Wrong shoes or something? All right.
It's not like when Zaidi is like, it's not like when I transform, there's still the lightning bolts on my hands or anything like that.
There are no features between this giant creature and the Crazy Wisp that seem discernible or in common.
I do a 360 and look around. Do I see my friend? The other one, not Anna.
You kind of scan, and at this point, Anna, you can kind of start to look at other things. You see that the path
As
to your
a
left
ranger, yeah, I'm looking
goes.
for like if I can see any footprints or anything like that. Also, I do want to cast primeval awareness just
Okay.
to see what might be in a 6-mile radius. It won't find the Crazy Wisp, but and technically it won't find anything because it doesn't give numbers or locations. It just lets you know what kinds of things are within 6 miles.
So it would be 6 miles. You sense dragons. Of that list, you sense dragons.
Okay.
I'd like to look at the night sky and see if it looks familiar to our night sky.
Make a nature check.
I'm super good at nature. I have a +1.
You're not sure.
But I see him doing it, so I'm going to also try.
Okay. You're still not entirely sure. The 2 moons thing is normal, but there are quite a lot of stars in the sky, and even on kind of your best nights, you haven't seen that many, so you're not quite sure if this could be another continent or a completely different plane. You're unable to discern.
Are there snakes on the plane?
She doesn't get to. That doesn't come up in primeval awareness. I'm sorry.
But do I see any around?
You don't see any snakes.
Just the big hulking mass that walked away.
You saw a big hulking mass. You still see some trees. The ones that would be closest to you have all been trampled down. And as you look behind you, you can see a small kind of outcropping of stone. And you do see some creatures over that way. You see kind of some rabbits, maybe a squirrel or two. That's about it.
Did Anna see any ranger, the tracks as a ranger, like she was looking for? Like of human people walking away from here?
You would have to kind of have to get out of your. That's all you can really see just by sticking your heads out of the portal. If you'd like to get up and on the ground, that's different.
I'm going to use something that I have never used in our whole time playing as Chad. I'm going to use caution and duck out of the portal and back and tell them what I've seen.
Okay.
I've really grown as a player, I think.
I legit was trying to think. I was like, okay, what ability has he not used? What spell has he not
I was
used?
gonna say new pants.
I was like trying to go through the list. I was like, what? Oh, caution. That's a good one.
I come back and tell them big hulking mass, dark, two moon circles. That's a Star Trek thing.
And dragons, plural.
Dragons. Inna saw dragons in her brain.
Was there any clue as to which direction the wisp could have gone?
We didn't. I'm not used to using caution, so we didn't go in the portal all the way. We were up waist deep, I guess, something like that. So we would need to go farther in to tell.
Well, between your 50-foot rope, my 50-foot rope, you can go 100 feet.
Cool-ish, yeah, about 95.
Plus, I have 50 foot of rope, so
Give or take, but yes, you could.
Did the hulking mass go away from the portal, or look like it was coming at you?
I think it was going away, right?
Yeah.
You're right. It's going away.
Okay, so maybe you could go back and peek a little, go a little further, step out.
Absolutely.
What happens.
Just giving a status update. Mission report.
I'm waiting for those tugs.
Okay. I haven't actually gone all the way through the portal yet, so now I'm going to. Remember, 14 is good, 15 is bad. Anna, you want to go forward again? Okay, I climb into the portal and stand up outside of the portal.
Okay. Nothing has changed, but you are now on solid ground, and you can look down into the Crazy Wisp.
Okay. Do they see me when I look down?
They'd have to
get under it.
The circle, so they'd have to get under it, but you can see down into.
Okay, I pull the rope 14 times.
Okay.
Just gave a status update. I'm good. So, Anna, can you see if we can find footprints?
yes.
One of you make an investigation check with advantage.
I'm a 1. What are you?
Could I do nature instead since I'm looking for tracks?
You can try it. One or the other.
He's standing right next to the portal. He's right here.
Unfortunately not.
You see one footprint, and the next footprint where it is his foot.
It doesn't take you long to go around the portal and see that the side that is not towards the trees, more towards the rock outcropping and more open scape, There's one set of footprints that leads seemingly to the rock outcropping, and you would guess around it.
We should probably head that way then, huh? We head that way.
Okay. The rock outcropping is probably about 75. So you guys have 150 feet of rope. Is that what you're working with?
Sure, let's go with that.
Okay. So about 75 feet, so halfway, you get to this rock outcropping, which is really just the ground gets rocky, and there seems to be an elevation shift kind of upwards, and there's just kind of these large rocks that seem to be sticking out of the ground. Possibly a small cave formation, but you don't see a way in. So you see kind of it could potentially lead to a cave, but you don't see an opening into the earth at this point. But you do see a couple of rabbits that seem to just kind of be sitting around, and then you see the tracks go around this outcropping and up.
One moment, please. How long do rituals take?
Typically 10 minutes plus the casting time.
I'm going to spend 10 minutes and talk to rabbits.
All right.
Before I go for 10 minutes doing the ritual, I re-tug on the rope 14 times. Then I do the ritual, and I talk to rabbits.
Okay. So there are approximately 3 white rabbits that are kind of sitting in a semicircle, just kind of staring at you.
Hello, good rabbits.
They kind of look at each other, doing rabbit things. One starts to kind of hop towards you, kind of wrinkles his nose a little bit.
How are you? Are you saying rabbits don't have a language of their own?
No, they do. They just don't seem to be wanting to engage in conversation.
You're being ignored by cute, fluffy bunnies.
I take a small portion of rations out of my hand and lay it on the ground in front of them, or it.
About how close would you say you are to the rabbits?
I slowly approach from 10 feet away, I guess. I'm guessing here. And say, here is some food for you to enjoy. And I put it down and back off. I get about 5 feet from it and then back off.
Okay. You see it kind of nuzzle at the food, but it doesn't eat it. He watches the other rabbits start to kind of hop, one to the left and one around to the right.
I ask if they've seen an elderly man walking in the last little while.
Middle rabbit starts to kind of hop towards you a little bit. But they don't say anything.
The spell never works how I want it to.
I think it just called you an old man. It hopped up to you.
So at this point, the middle rabbit is probably 2 or 3 feet from you, and the other two are probably a good 10 feet on either side.
I don't like to do this. I'm gonna grab the rabbit. I'm gonna grab it. The rabbit. Just not. I don't want to hurt it. I just want to pick it up.
Make a dexterity check.
Legendary dwarven dexterity.
Okay, so you successfully grab the rabbit.
And I have it in my hand and I pet it. I'm like, is there a reason why you won't talk to me, little friend?
You start to hear this terrible sound come out of this rabbit, and Inna, you hear it too. It's just this shrill shriek of.
We found the shrieky rabbits.
I'd like you guys to roll initiative.
Against rabbits.
Is this rabbit like preparing to hyper beam?
Does it have sharp, pointy fangs?
It does.
Gee, yo, guys. I'll have herbivore who pray for you.
Didn't click your token. Forgot how to play Roll20.
Here, back. I'm gonna go grab a drink real quick while y'all are doing that.
Okay, I can't find a rabbit, so I'm gonna use Trash Panda.
You, sir. That's despicable.
I'm just giving you guys visual. You don't have to go to map for this.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll? Oh, never mind.
I'll get you in there.
Sorry.
Ooh, wait a minute. I'm going to guess that Inna has a higher dex than me. Somebody's going to go before me in a turn order. This is amazing.
So you hear this kind of shrieking sound. And the other two rabbits start to kind of get on their haunches. You think that you have no reason to believe that these rabbits are going to attack you, but they just look like they're preparing for something.
And I say to Chad, do they understand what you're doing? What you're asking?
They haven't said anything to me.
Do they know we don't want to fight them?
I thought I was being peaceful and not me kind of way.
Maybe you should actually tell them that we don't want to fight them.
We don't want to fight you. I've no wish to fight you.
Okay. At that point, the rabbit that you are holding is going to attempt to bite your hand.
Okay.
So 13. So it tries to sink these two little sharp teeth into your hand, and you just kind of, as much as you would think it could hit, just kind of shift your hand around. The other two, though, start to come at each of you one at one with just this large deadly lunge as they start to go straight for your neck. The one towards you, Inna, just kind of soars past you. And they're trash pandas because I didn't have a rabbit token. For you, Chad, that would be a 24.
That hits.
So the one to your left just kind of lunges at you and attaches itself to your neck. You take 6 points of piercing damage as these little sharp fangs just kind of into your neck, and it is now attached to you. What do you do?
Guess we gotta kill some rabbits.
Okay. No. Okay. So he has one in his hand, one attached to his neck, correct?
Correct. And
All right,
the
I'm
other
gonna
one
have
is
to-
probably it soared past you, so it's probably over to his left front. So they're all
I'm going to
within
go
10
pick
feet.
it up.
Okay. Roll a strength check just to make sure you can grab him. Because he's a fast little booger.
Sorry, I was still on. But 12.
Okay, 12 is enough to just kind of grab this rabbit, and you have him now.
Tell them again, we're not fighting them. Would I be able to put my hand on the back of the one that he has on his neck as well? Or have I already used up my action?
No, I wouldn't. I mean, it's not. Yeah. So you want to hold the one that's on his hand too, or on his neck.
Basically, if it does let go, I want to have it in my hand.
Okay. Make another strength check to grab that one. Just make sure you have a firm grasp on it. Okay. So you now are holding a rabbit by the nape of the neck, and you have the other one in a chokehold that is attached to Chad's neck. So you have grasp on your hands are full, but you have
understanding that rabbits are not like cats and they don't go dormant when you hold them by the scruff of their neck. So yes.
Right. Chad, what would you like to do at this point?
Okay, so we have them grappled, I'm guessing.
Yeah, you have a good firm grasp on all three rabbits.
Like, stop it. We don't want to fight you.
We just want to know where our friends are.
We're just looking for a
Tell
friend.
them that.
The one that is attached to your hand, Chad, you just hear, "Leave."
We'll leave. We will leave. We want to leave. We don't want to be here. But we need to find our friend.
Go.
Which way should we go to find our friend?
Are you doing anything else?
I'm going to point him. Should we go this way? Should we go this way?
Hang on, block off his breathing or something, so he'll let go of your neck.
You have the one that grabbed my neck. This is the one that was already in my hand, I believe, right?
Right, but he didn't let go of you, did he?
No, I mean he's still he's still actively.
I'm just ready that when he does let go. I mean, right now
Okay,
he's
I go like this.
You try to flick it off your neck.
Yeah.
Okay, just roll a d20 and add your strength modifier.
So roll strength.
Yeah.
Does the 25 work?
So Anna lets go of this rabbit for a split second as you take your other hand and bat it away, and you just kind of watch from like Pokemon as it just kind of like soars into the trees, and you just kind of watch this little twinkle, like, ting.
I look at the one in my hand and I say, I didn't want to do that. I don't want to fight you guys. Where's our friend?
The rabbits are going to take their turn. As you as you kind of look at it to talk to it, Chad, roll a wisdom saving throw.
Legendary Dwarven wisdom.
What the hell kind of rabbits are these?
So as you peer into its eyes, you watch this like rage of red wash over it, and you would never be frightened of a rabbit in your life, but this thing is going to rip you to pieces, and you're legitimately scared. Like, you are frightened of this rabbit.
I didn't make my saving throw with a 15. What kind of rabbits are these?
So for frightened, you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while your source of fear is in line of sight, and you cannot willingly move closer, which you can't get much closer than holding it, but you can't really bring it closer to you. You are scared of this. So the one that was on your neck is gone. The one that you are holding, Anna, is going to turn around and attempt to bite you.
Don't I have something that I can't be frightened or something?
Oh, do you? You might. It sounds familiar, but I don't remember.
I think it's
With
something
it,
like mindless rage or relentless rage.
with an 11, it just kind of tries to scurry and scratch at your hands and finds no purchase. So Anna, you now still have this rabbit clutched by the back of its neck. What would you like to do with it?
So it doesn't look like they're going to help us.
It doesn't.
I don't think so.
So do we want to just move on? We could. I don't want to fight these guys, but also, we could toss them with their friend. But what if they just come back and attack us again? So we could throw them through the portal.
No, that would be bad.
You get scared as he suddenly tug on the rope 15 times.
So how would you like to proceed with this rabbit?
Well, first thing I like to do. Well, it's not my turn. It's still Anna's, right?
Yeah, right. It's my turn, and I'm trying to figure out because I've got one in my hand. So do I just try to kill it?
I guess.
All right. Would you please tell them that we don't want to harm them?
I have told them 100 times that I don't want to fight them, but just do it.
All right. Oh. Okay, no, I won't do that. All right, so I am going to have to pull out my short sword, and I'm just going to try to lop off its head while I'm holding it by the nape of the neck.
All right. Roll your attack with advantage. That'll hit. Okay. So you it does not kill the rabbit, but you kind of slice at it, and it kind of takes a deep gash near the leg. As you do this, the rabbit
That's
starts to
pretty
get
sad because
really...
I was aiming for the head.
Yeah. Well, he's a dexterous
Man, I
little
really
fella.
suck because I would have had to go through my arm to get to his back leg.
Well, it's what happens when you don't use a bow.
This is true. I don't use my short sword very often at all.
But the rabbit seems unaffected. Well, not unaffected. It's hurt, but it seems unfazed by your attack and starts looking to the sky and is getting very nervous and starts to jump in your hand.
If I think it's going to run away, I'm going to let go of it because I don't want to kill it. I just want it to go away.
So you drop the rabbit and it scurries away. It starts to run. Chad, what are you doing with your rabbit?
And I look up.
Well, let's hear what Chad has to say first.
Okay, first thing I do is rage.
Okay.
Which breaks the fear effect.
Okay.
Because of a 6th level ability. When I turn 6, I can do that.
Nice. Most 6-year-olds, that seems pretty consistent.
That's right. And don't get me started on a 6-year-old's rage, because that's just crazy. So, I'm sorry, I was looking up things to make sure I could do that. Anna, what did you do? You just let it go?
She slashed it with her sword, and it started to get really nervous, so she let it go, and it dashed away.
And they're looking at the sky in fear. So I'm going to throw mine like a football.
Make a strength check. Just because I want you to roll another natural 20. It's enough.
Don't you have advantage on strength checks, or is it athletics checks?
Oh, when you're raging.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Roll one more time.
Yeah.
Just for that chance of win that 20. Oh, so
That's
close.
a lot
22 is
farther.
still good. So you let go of this rabbit, and it hangs.
No, I throw it like a football. I
I
said.
thought you were I thought you were punting it. I'm sorry. I
No.
thought you were gonna punt it like a football. Okay, so then you don't let go of it, but you kind of whip it up, put it in your hand, and toss it. You get it well over the rocking cropping, and out of sight.
I guess that's it for my turn.
Okay. And as
They
you
weren't.
look
They
up-
weren't very helpful.
As you look up, you see this large, in the moonlight sky, one of the moons becomes shadowed. And you hear the flapping of wings. And this is a very familiar sound to you, as you've heard dragons
Dragon.
before. And circling around, you can see the reason why the rabbits got frightened and ran. Because as it circles around and lands right in front of you at these rock outcropping, you can see this large ancient gold dragon with gold that seems to glitter its whole head, with these tines that come out of its back, and it encompasses this rock outcropping as it lands, and there's this as dust kind of flies, and it looks at both of you, and then we will take our break. So we'll come back in 5 minutes, where we will see what's going to happen. We said we have to be consistent. If we messed up the first time, we gotta mess up after break, because we don't want people to think like we're actually good at this.
I don't think that's how life works, but you know, whatever. It's cool. That's kind of how the Guardians of Parna works, so I'm with it. I turn to the dragon if I need to turn. I deeply bow and say, "Hello, your magnificence."
Hello, friend dragon.
Hello. You can see that it has these features as normal dragons do, but this is the biggest dragon you've probably seen, as the other one was Tractyl was more of a large adult. This dragon has clearly been around for a long time. You seem to be off-put by my presence. Let me change that. And you watch as he kind of shifts and morphs into this humanoid form that is now standing in these gold silk
Pajamas.
outfit. Well, it's not a dress, but it's like these ornamental robes, and it takes him just a little bit to kind of hop down, and he stands now in front of you, probably 5 feet. My name is Okteth.
Hello,
like-
sir. Very nice to meet you.
It is nice to meet you. I have been keeping an eye on that portal for some time, making sure nothing nefarious came out of it. Not that you would be nefarious by any means, but I wanted to make sure you know that I knew of its existence, and we have been watching it to make sure nothing nefarious goes through from our end as well. I am one of the 3 ancient dragons who rules these lands, known as the Beast Lands.
Hello, Okteth. I'm Chad. I do the same thing on the other side of the portal.
Adventurers, then, I see.
Yes, we're looking for a friend that has come through the portal while we were away. You might know him. It's the Crazy Wisp.
I was tracking a small humanoid that came through a few days ago, but seemingly lost track, giving his inhabitants to one of my other colleagues, as I would say. But I'm sure that we can try to find. There are only 2 of you. That seems like a small party for adventurers.
We do have friends on the other side that we would like to bring in, if that's okay.
That would be best. We have a problem, and getting to the material plane is a bit not within our grasp, as we're not sure when these portals will close, and we do not want to be stranded away from our Pride Land, as we like to call it. Please bring them through.
What plane is this, if I might ask?
The Beastlands are known as the Plane of Beasts.
Very well. Anna, do you want to go jump and grab them and bring them back so they can talk in this game sometime?
Yep. Hey, y'all, come talk to a dragon.
They seem unfazed by your message.
He's really cool. Come on.
Okay, and I unwind the rope from my hand and give it to Philip. Come on, Zan.
All right.
I grab Zan's hand and I pull him through with me.
Is Chill coming?
I tell Chill to stay, but I forgot Enna came and got us, so never mind.
Okay, so they take you to this human-looking creature. You all kind of make your acquaintances. 4 seems like a much more reasonable number.
Well, five with Chill.
Of course. I understand. So let's start from the beginning. Why are you looking for this man?
He came in to see... Okay, so we were on the other side of the portal, right? And things have been happening to the portal. Trees have gone through. There's been loud noises. You guys haven't turned off your radio in a while. So we thought we'd come through. He thought he'd come through to kind of talk to the neighbors, see what's going on, and see why the portal's acting this way.
Zinies, make a perception check while they're talking. Yes, I can. This portal has been here for quite some time, and you can understand. And he kind of pauses for a second, and Ziny says, "You're kind of looking around. With it being dark, it's hard to kind of get a feature and scape of everything that's around, but you start to hear, just as Octeth stops talking, this large crashing sound. And trees are beginning to bust and break. And as you whip around, you watch as Octeth transforms again once into a dragon and says, quickly, I don't mean to be rude, but you need to get on my back now.
They charge the back.
Sweet.
I untie myself first, of course.
Okay.
Could you imagine getting on the back with the string and then pulling Philip through?
Or it's tied to the wisp enough to where it doesn't break off, and the dragon's just forced to fly in circles around the portal.
Like a leash.
A dragon kite.
As you jump on the
What
dragon,
really would have happened is the dragon would have taken off, and I'd have just been pulled back and landed on my ass.
the dragon takes off, and coasts up just enough that you can see from a dragon's eye view this large hulking creature that most of you can now get a better look at.
That's the one I saw earlier, right?
It appears to be so. It is large in width, it is tall, and it crushes trees like they were meant to be crushed. And it looks at you for a second. You hear this terrible scream and cry that comes from this beast, kind of a but much louder and fuller. And you've heard that sound before.
Did it sound like a rabbit?
Not quite like a rabbit, but you heard this sound when you were leaving the Underdark, and you heard things coming from the tunnels. And you hear Octeth. That is our problem. It is known as the Terrask. You watch as he coasts higher and higher and starts to fly in the direction away from the portal. And you watch as this beast just starts to roam in circles, almost, but not interested in the portal, but almost sniffing around where you guys were at. And then it just takes off in a random direction. And that's all you really get to see before the dragon continues to fly.
So just a Tarask, that's all, no problem, right?
No, it's quite a problem.
Right, just a little Tarask, right? Yeah.
It's quite large.
The unstoppable god monster that can crush everything that it sees or views. No worries.
Yes. I am so thrilled to hear that you have dealt with one of these before. My fellow compatriots will be so happy.
That's not what I said.
You fly for probably 5 minutes until you see this kind of large sheer cliff. And on top of this cliff is kind of like a ancient looking ruin, almost Mayan in nature for our reference point. And it's large enough that he can land on top and lets you off safely before shifting back into his human form. So you all sit at the top of this ruin, and he if you would come below, you can meet my compatriots and we can talk in safety.
Okay.
So as he kind of leads you down to this well-lit, warm, almost meeting room. Doesn't seem to be completely inside the ruin, but there's a lot of stone. Stone tables, stone seating, stone benches. And you can see there are two other figures, similar in human form, one wearing silver-like robes and the other bronze. This in the silver is Karst Kin, and in the bronze is Matatuk. These are my compatriots. Isn't quite the word I like to use. I like to use the word brothers, but we have no kinship to each other. We form what we like to call the Alloyed Alliance, which is us 3 alloyed dragons. We have, over the past 100 years, taken the mantle of looking over these lands and acting as protectors and guardians, per se.
What was Silver name again?
We were hoping that you would be our help in this small problem of the ancient beast.
I've never fought a Tarask before. This is the monster that every DM that I've ever played with threatens the team with if they don't shut up, because it's the unstoppable killing force. So I've never actually fought one before, and I'm scared.
And 3 ancient dragons couldn't take care of. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go. You guys seem like you can take care of yourselves very well. What do you think that we can do to help you with this fight?
There are certain actions on the other plane that need taking care of before we can set this beast where it needs to go. Slaying it is not our solution, but burying it deep into a slumber, as it normally does, is what we would like to set it to do. There's a reason for which it has gone chaotic and rogue. And if you have noticed, there have been a number of planes openings, portals opening between our plane and the material.
Oh yeah, that's right. Way back, there were dinosaurs coming out and stuff. They were coming from here. That's what he's talking about now.
We believe this to be a natural occurrence because there's only one reason why the Tarask would be awakened. Long ago, it was home on your plane, and there was a time when it was released by the gods to do damage and destruction, and it was sealed away here. However, before it was sealed, legend has it that it was able to reproduce once, possibly twice, deep within the earth. And if that baby would have matured over the ages and been awakened by some external force, that would cause the, for lack of a better term, mother Tarask to want to be reunited. Does this make sense?
I understand what you're saying.
So we are looking for a group of individuals who could easily travel to the material plane without leaving their guardianship here to find, seek out, and potentially destroy this baby Tarask that would lead us to have an easier time putting the mother to sleep.
So that was the mother.
Correct.
I think the baby's in the Underdark that we heard before.
So you want us to go from this beast, from the plane of beasts, to the material plane, to the Underdark. And then you want us to...
Did you want us to slay it?
Maybe?
Unless we can come up with a way to reunite the baby and the mother, but that would still lead us an issue here, as they would then destroy things and wildlife and fauna and flora and beasts here. So the easiest thing seems to be to sleep the mother, but the mother will not sleep unless we can cut the connection that it has to the baby that travels beyond planes. We are unaware if there is only one baby.
I don't know how. I mean, okay, it sounds to me like you would prefer it if we would just make the little problem of the baby one that we know about go away.
And then we will.
You will do your thing
go
on this
through-
side.
Yes. Because the alternative is these portals have been growing, and if one were to open that were big enough, which is obviously what is happening, the Mother Trask will be released onto your material plane, and then we will have a much bigger problem. You will have a much bigger problem.
We don't want that to happen.
It's at this point that the human sitting, just kind of listening, enjoying the voice of Octeth, kind of perks up. No, you don't.
Have any of you seen our friend? Elderly man, I describe him.
They all kind of stroke their chins for a second.
Are one of you just actually is our friend, but you took a different form?
Karskin kind of sits up in his seat. I'm afraid that is not the case, friend. However, I do believe that I know where your small-looking friend could be. I was tracking him a few days ago, but I was pulled for other business. I could take you there if you would like.
What do you guys want to do? Should we rescue the Crazy Wisp first, or should we just go fight a little Tarask? I mean, what do you want to do?
He's a good boy.
Well, the Tarask problem isn't gonna go away.
But it could get worse. And by worse, I mean extremely worse.
I'm kind of scared of leaving the Crazy Wisp here on his own.
And the dragons have been watching the portal, so you would think that they would know where he is.
Good Sir Dragon, how long do you think it would take to go find our friend?
I could fly you over there today if it would make you happy.
Okay, who's the blonde actor that was in the movie with the blonde actor who does WoW a lot?
Wow. Yeah, with a crooked nose.
Yeah, him.
Yeah, that one guy.
And he's been in movies with Jackie Chan, a series of them.
Owen Wilson?
Yes, that's who that one sounds like. So Karks Ken Owen.
I guess yes, Owen Wilson. We would like to go find the Crazy Wisp, please.
It would be my pleasure. I don't know quite where he is, but I can take you to his approximate location.
Yes, we would if getting him back where he belongs and where he's safe if it can be done quickly, we would like to do that first.
I can't promise quickly, but I will take you there.
Just like a prayer.
I'll take you there. I will prepare. Give me quite a moment.
All right.
And he just kind of walks off for a second. Octeth kind of takes a moment. So you have experienced these portals before, not just the one that is in your basement. It sounds like, but the naturally occurring ones that open and close. Those have not only been opening to the material plane. We have had them opening and had a rummage. We've had a scourge of our beasts going into all of the other planes as well. So wherever you go, I do hope that you are safe, and we can be in touch about the Tarask problem.
Yeah, we're based out of this portal, the one that's a static portal, not the ones that pop out. So if you just let us know you need something, we can pop our head in and talk to you in the future. Or you can assume this form and come in and say hi.
We try not to spend long away from our keeping watch. There are a number of things that take place that we cannot be pulled from. But I will see you off into the stead of Karskin, and we will talk soon, hopefully.
I look forward to it, sir.
With that, Karskin comes back from ascending the stairs. Well, if you're ready, I'll take you wherever you need to go.
I'm ready.
All right, then shall we? You guys ascend back to the top of the ruins where he transforms into what you see now as an ancient silver dragon. You climb aboard, and he takes off with one swoop. You see him go farther than you guys had not, so you're still going deeper and deeper away from your home portal. And as he flies and coasts, you start to see in the distance this volcano. I'll have to warn you that your friend came up this way and towards this here volcano. I did lose track of him, but we'll do our best.
Okay, you're in charge.
You got it, sir. And so he kind of coasts down, and he kind of get the sense that he's kind of sniffing for the Crazy Wisp, and he kind of gets about halfway up to the volcano. Now, this volcano is moderately sized. It's not huge, and it doesn't have lava seeping out of it or anything. It's pretty contained. It's seems active, but he kind of lands on the side, and it's safe. He lands you in a safe location. This is about as far as I saw him go, but he was ascending this here volcano. I don't quite know why.
It seems like odd behavior.
Very, but I was pulled to other engagements before I could talk to him.
I squint my eyes and look really hard for the Crazy Wisp.
Make a perception check. You don't necessarily see tracks, but you can see that most of this is undisturbed, except for kind of this path of rocks that seems to go kind of further up and up the volcano. If I had to give a good guess, he probably went to the top.
Can you take us up there?
Of course I can. with a short jog, he kind of lands you up towards the top. And as you kind of peer inside, the heat is like sweltering. It's still a hot, active volcano, but you can see down inside, instead of this just large pool of lava, there's a swirling, similar looking portal that appears to be red on the other side. There's smoke and brimstone. That would be our one place to get to the plane of fire. Hopefully your friend did not jump from here down into there. He most likely would have been killed. But being as smart and as old as I am, that would be my most approximate guess as to what happened.
Why would he have instantly been killed?
Well, it depends on where this portal comes out. I haven't gone in some time, but it is most likely affixed to a location that is not quite on the ground. So anyone without abilities to fly would probably become a quick pancake.
But it does lead to the plane of fire.
Most certainly it does.
Well, that solves our problems for having to get to the plane of fire.
If someone has the ability, if someone is a dragon like you guys, but you can also take, a human shape, can you detect that in another person? So if somebody else has that ability and they're in human form, can you tell that they're a dragon?
Dragons can be tricky to sort out. We do have a particular smell to us. It all depends on in what form we are taking, if we are trying to be elusive or if we are okay with being a dragon but looking like a human. So results could be inconclusive. Most likely, I would be able to tell if they are a fellow dragon, but other people would have a very difficult time finding if I am a dragon myself.
I don't know what to do at this point.
If I look around the portal, is there any like, can I try to see if I can see tracks or footprints or anything that would have indicated that something has headed towards that portal recently?
You can either investigate or make a nature check. Zan Falcon, roll a history check.
Yay, I get to roll another one.
Oh,
I told
man.
you.
You called it and everything, man. You lined that right up.
Can he get inspiration for calling that?
If you would like to roll again, I'll let you. I think it's just funny that you called it.
All right, time to roll a nat 20.
Oh man, that would have been scary. I would have had to quit. There is something familiar about this dragon.
Other than the John Wayne / Owen Wilson accent.
Yes.
That slightly changes and alters as he talks.
Between John Wayne and Owen Wilson, yes.
That's why it's so hard to find them. They change their
Their
voice.
accent changes.
Zinies, as you kind of take time to look, you can see a very faint set of tracks through some of this ash, leading up to and stopping at the peak of this volcano.
Can I approximate by how thick the ash is here, how recently or how old those footprints are?
Probably within the past 6 hours.
I will relay that to the group. Hey guys, there's a set of footprints leading to that portal. It can't be more than about 6 hours old. What do you say, Anna? I mean, you're good at this too. About 6 hours old.
You think the footprints are in ash?
Yes.
What kind of ash would you classify it as? Like an ATT 3000A kind of ash?
That's probably sounds about the make and model of that ash, yeah.
Okay, I just thought I'd for clarification's sake only, you know.
It's good to know the type of ash that you're working with.
Do you want me to go check out the portal, guys?
Well, but you can't fly. So
Well, I can fall extremely slow.
yeah, but then how do you get back?
We do have some rope.
What if somebody went, Dreve? You could be a flying thing, yeah.
Yes, I can be a flying thing. I can be many different flying things.
I can
And then
just
we
poke
don't
my
have to
head
worry
through.
about- Well, there's that.
I can poke my head through, and then we can get a little more reconnaissance.
Well, no, it's down in this volcano. So I mean, if you want them to like lower you via like, you could like Mission Impossible your way down and dip your head in.
So
But,
now we're
like-
playing Portal.
Yes. And the
So we
velocity.
would have to fall into that portal in order to fall to the ground once
you would get rocketed out. You think, yeah?
And yes, Ash, you have footprints in you.
Is there any other
Karskin.
way I could be of assistance?
How can we get and take a look in this portal safely without dying, burning, or anything like that? I just want to peek through.
Just this one time, I will take you, but this will not be a randomly going occurrence. I'm not supposed to take time on other planes. I am to stay here as a bastion and guardian of the Beastlands.
I understand. We just want to take a quick look, see if we can see our friend. If we can see our friend, can you swoop him up, and then we can come right back?
I most certainly will.
But be gentle, because he... we ruined things, didn't we? Two.
It looks like
Two of us changed position.
Yeah.
I can fix that as we go. But yes,
I've always wanted to be Chinese.
oh, I messed up all the cameras, didn't I?
yeah,
My bad.
just two of them, no problem. But be careful, because he is of age, and I'm moving every.
I don't know how stable my camera is going to be yet, because while I am connected, my little icon on the bottom still says no internet access. So I don't know how connected I'm going to be. Just forewarning you now.
It's okay. You're on the last position now, so if you leave and come back, it'll always fix to you again. It'll mess up everybody else's camera if you leave, though, but that's fine.
I will try not to leave.
I thank you, good Sir Dragon, sir.
We'll be right back. So you hop on his back, and he kind of pushes off and does the swan dive into the volcano, and it's uncomfortably hot. You feel just this swell of heat, like being in whatever a microwave is, but it's hot, it's hot, it's hot. And you expect that as you go through this large swirling portal that's big enough to house a gargantuan ancient dragon, that you would find relief. And as you break through, you find only more heat.
I, of course, rage to make sure I don't take damage.
Okay. So you rage through it just to make sure that you hold on to this. And are you going to like perpetually damage yourself just so you can stay raging?
He's gonna keep giving himself a purple nurple.
Just like bite your lip enough that it just like hurts. It hurts not enough to damage you, but enough to like keep you going. You get the sense as you come through, and he kind of extends his wings and coasts. You get the sense that this heat's not going to kill you on contact. Only if you stay here for a perpetual, long-lasting time is when you will start to see issues.
Okay.
So go ahead and make a perception check as you scan your first entry into the plane of fire. 24, pretty good. You see that there's not a sun here, and it's a kind of a dark red sky that just has these dark billowing clouds that kind of lift over it, and the ground is this cracked, just broken black whatever it's made out of. But you
obsidian.
Can see, yeah, it seems kind of obsidian slate a little bit. It's definitely some kind of rock. But it just looks broken and tattered for miles upon miles. And there's some, you can see at this distance some like rivers of magma and lava that are just cutting through it. None that are close to you. But for the most part, it's just barren. It's barren, and you can't really see any signs of life or anything. In the distance, you can see, and the very edge of your vision, you see this really large light source that kind of looks like a lake of almost like fire and lava and magma that is just constantly burning. And so that's almost kind of to the left of your vision. To the right, you just see this barren landscape for miles until you hit kind of these broken and jagged mountains of sort, but they just look like someone pushed all this slate together and it just rose up in great peaks. And so you don't really see any person or creature that stands out to you. It just looks like this desert wasteland that is hot and looks unbearable and uninhabitable.
And Karsten doesn't see anything either, huh?
Correct.
Okay, I think we've done all we can here, and we need to just trust the Crazy Wisp and go back, I guess. I mean, I don't know how long I can stay inside of the plane of fire and live, so I don't know if I can do any good here.
You've got it. And so he kind of swoops around, and your vision does catch right before you guys go back in, which is just in the middle of the air, is this swirling portal that is continual on this other side. You do catch dots of what looks like movement on the ground from this height. You can see some movement, but for the most part, you can't make out kind of what's going on down there.
I ask him what's that?
From my guesses, that'd be the salamanders. They just kind of like to slither and snake and fire newts and all those little creatures that don't really have any place in our lands.
Okay.
Now, you best be careful if you were going to come back over here, because if you go close to that lake of fire over there, that's where you start getting into that city of brass, and those people are not to be trifled with. I would reckon you stay away from them, and make sure that you not stay here much longer than you have to.
I try to adapt his vernacular and say, "All right, then, that sounds like a good plan."
Yeah, you got it then. All right. And he coasts back up into the volcano, and you guys watch after a few minutes. Chad and the dragon come back and land and rest on the lip of this volcano with the rest of you. Yes.
Sorry to talk like, across the table here, but I really think that Chad and the Dragon should be either a sitcom or a band name.
Yeah, I agree.
I welcome the opportunity.
John Wayne meets Sling Blade.
You got a pretty mouth.
Near little silver feller.
You get in there real good, like.
It's like Smokey and the Bandit. Okay, never mind.
Yes, exactly.
I let the party know it's really hot in there. Really hot in there. If I had to put a temperature to it, I'd say hot and ow. So I think maybe we should trust that the Wisp's got this, and maybe go back and head towards the other thing.
Well, at some point, we're going to have to go to the plane of fire. I have to go there.
We can gear up for that, maybe with some resistance to the owl, and because we all need some owl resistance before we go in there.
Okay.
Unless I'm just saying, I don't know what to do. He's not in there, and I don't want to spend a lot of time in a fire plane. Call me crazy.
No, it's fine. Let's go deal with this terrorist problem.
Yep.
Would you all like a ride back to your portal then?
That would be very nice. Thank you.
She said
all right.
She said we reckon so.
All right. Well, then climb aboard.
I speak dragon.
My little dumplings, and we'll get you on your way to getting you finished with your long rest, and then we'll see if we can't see you again here around these parts real soon.
Yeehaw.
All right. So as you get your spurs on, the dragon takes off, and it's roughly at this point 20 to 30 minutes to get you back. You don't see any sign of Mama Tarask as he kind of lands you close to that outcropping that you met Octeth and puts you down. I reckon this will be our meeting spot if you need anything from us. Just do you have someone that can launch something very large into the sky?
I like rabbits, because I threw a rabbit into the sky pretty high.
No, but then them creatures are nasty. I mean, not nasty for me, but someone your size probably couldn't take on more than, I don't know, 5 or 6 of them at a time. That's being generous. But no, do you have a spellcaster among you that could put a large something in the sky that we could see?
I'm just finding it very hilarious that the dragon doesn't think we could take on more than 5 or 6 rabbits, but it wants us to go kill a baby Tarask.
You must not have fought the right kind of rabbits.
We will make sure that we can signal you with a flare gun or spells of sorts when we come back.
That sounds like quite a proposition. Well, if you need anything from us, just come on through, and we'll keep an eye on this neck of the woods.
We'll leave a light on for you. Avocado body balm.
Yeah, tooth your uncle. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, so with that, Kurskin leaves you and flies back towards the cliffs, and you guys are left in these broken mess of trees at the bottom of this hill, to go back into the Crazy Wisp if you wish.
Is my rope still here?
It is seemingly still lying on the ground, motionless.
I start coiling it up as I walk back towards the portal.
Okay.
I go in the portal.
All right. So you drop down in the portal, and you hear, "Ha! Told ya!" As you kind of make your way out, you see Philip is going through his coin purse, stacking up coins to give to Bjorn.
Philip, you didn't think we were going to make it back?
No, I just thought it would be a little longer. Things take time. So did you find Master Wisp? The other Master Wisp?
No.
Oh, well, there's kind of a silence.
Oh, I'm sure he's okay.
Oh, he's not dead?
There's nothing that says that he's dead.
Oh, well, that's fantastic.
Given that this is a shop that sells magical items and things of that sort, I was wondering, do you have anything for killing Tarasques?
Not specifically. What exactly are you looking for? Like a sword of Tarrasque killing?
That would be lovely. How many of those do we have? Because we could use 4 right now.
We don't have any of those.
Do you know anybody that has one of those?
I don't think they exist, but I wanted to. I've been trying this thing where I go with it. As Bjorn has been teaching me go with it. It's seemingly working out great.
Very well.
So, what are you guys' thoughts on killing it versus doing something else?
I don't want a
The Lord
Tarrasque
told
wander
me
here.
that we should keep it and turn it into his servant and use it for good.
I kind of find that to be, I'm going to go with a lie.
Well, maybe he didn't say those words exactly.
But you want a puppy.
I would love a puppy, and this puppy looks like we could ride it really good. Because besides, if I get it, then that one guy will just kill it anyways. So we wouldn't even have to kill it. We just need to have me own.
Are you good at training puppy Tarrasques?
I trained a rat once when I was a bard. I'm sure it's not much different than taming a rat.
That sounds easy. You probably don't even need us. All right, well, let us know when you've taken care of the problem. I'll be up in the Wisp. I'll be taking a nap.
Bye.
So, there's a connection between the baby and the mama.
Yeah, it's her baby.
So, if we're not going to kill it, how do we break the bond?
Wait, didn't they say they don't know if there's even more than one?
Right.
I'm scared.
You still here, Dreve?
Yeah, I heard I'm scared, and that was the last thing I heard.
So I would like to do some kind of check to see if I know anything about Tarasques.
Okay. Make a nature check.
You know everything about Tarasques.
Wait.
You don't. It's not something that you like already know per se, but you were able to discern a good amount of information from seeing it somewhat up close before it tried to tear your guys' faces off and you were whisked away. You know that this is a creature that probably does not get damaged very easily. It looks to be very hearty and have a very good constitution. And you would think that some of the conditions that you have probably used to fight your foes previously, potentially poison, being prone, some of those things, it probably would ignore those kinds of things. You're not quite sure all of its properties, but it had horns, it had claws, it had teeth, it had a tail, and you would deduce that all of those things could probably be used as a weapon in one form or another.
Is there somewhere we can go to get more information? And I am specifically looking for, is there a way to break the mother-child bond?
Zynius knows of a library that probably has ancient lore like that, but the bookshops that you've been to in Parna and stuff probably wouldn't have anything that detailed or old.
There's always the library again. We could take the airship to the library.
I'll drive.
Okay, so and are we putting this first in our list of things that we need to do?
Okay, let's have a little guardian meeting. What are the things that we need to do now? I know Zines has a thing. We have a Trask thing. We have a missing wisp. What else we got?
There was the Chinese thing. Where's my sticky that I had?
We gotta
The
look
only
for
two
all
things.
the pairs of pants lying around everywhere.
I'll just buy new ones.
It's becoming a problem. They're piling them up, and the pile is growing faster than they can remove the pants for other means.
You're welcome.
Mount pants, they're calling it. And Zines, what is the thing we need to do with the plane of fire for you?
I have to climb up the peak of Serenity on foot and endure the trials that they have there.
Okay, so that was the only thing that I had was Zani's thing. So Zani's, Trask, is there anything else?
Nothing comes to my mind. Can we ask out of character to the Dungeon Master if there's any other quests that we're forgetting?
That's all I think you guys had on your plate.
Okay, so Zani's, should we do this first?
I mean, Mount Serenity is not going anywhere. So if there are more pressing matters that take priority, I mean, we need to take care of those first.
All right. Philip, could you
Yes.
work on, we're going to need some things that protect us against heat.
Oh, okay. All right.
We don't need those like right today, but all of us are going to need some protection against fire and heat.
Zines, does this make you more of a threatening foe? I'm sorry, that doesn't make any sense. Does this make you tougher in combat?
I honestly don't know what's going to happen. All I know is that I've been tasked to do this and that there's going to be trials along the way. I mean, I don't know what's I don't know what's at the end of this.
Okay. What do you think is more important, the Tarrasque or the trials?
Trials aren't going to go anywhere. Like I said, the mountain's not moving. It's waiting for me to go to it. So,
but I do like Chad's point that if that makes you stronger, that makes it easier for us to deal with the Trask, possibly.
it could also, I mean, you gotta think of it this way too. While I'm doing the trials, or while we go to do my trials, the Trask could be getting stronger as well. It's kind of a part of my language, damned if we do, damned if we don't.
I think Tarrasque then.
So in that case, we should go to the library to study up.
If only Tom was here, I'm sure he knows all about them. He's made one balance before on top of another object.
He have a Tarrasque balancing on like a boulder that was balancing on like a needle point.
And everybody was clapping and throwing coins at him.
Philip.
Yes.
I want you to talk to the guy in Beowulf's room. His name is Drake. He's an alchemist. Assess whether he knows what he's doing, and if so, alchemists can make like potions of fire resistance and stuff, right?
Potentially, if he's willing to do that, yes.
Yeah. Can you talk to him about that? And any kind of fire immunity would be lovely.
I can talk to him. What if he doesn't want to stay? Or have you already arranged that he is to be here? And is he a prisoner? If so, I would like to treat him as such.
I don't know. A little foggy after that battle we had with the Dark Mages. I think they affected my memory.
Well, we rescued him, so I would say that, he does owe us a little, though. He did help us get out of there, too, so that's part of the payback.
I don't want him to be an enemy. or a prisoner, I'd rather him be willing to help us out and be friends for us. Does that make sense?
Yes. I will talk to him, and I will see if we can come up with an arrangement.
He says he doesn't need a job, but we can offer him a job. It doesn't hurt to have an alchemist, right?
It wouldn't. I certainly can't, and Bjorn can't. Aha! Ha ha ha! Bjorn just chuckles.
I look at him and go, huh, 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 and then stop.
He stares at you.
I stare back.
Boom blinked first.
I'm going to bed. He ascends the stairs.
Now that was streaming gold right there. I let him know we're going to go, I guess, go look things up in the library in the town that we're going to go to with the airship.
Still water. No. Rockfin. Rockfin has the library, right?
Yes.
Rockfin's where we're going.
Okay. It is currently 2 or 3 in the morning, and you guys have been up for probably roughly an hour or so.
We're going to start packing up supplies that we want to take on the airship. You know what? We should actually go to the airship and see what inventory they have on hand and see what we need to get, and then go shopping and deck out this airship.
You'd have a lot of canned goods, just in case.
Non-perishable foods.
Right? With our luck, we need like a bag of different varieties of seeds just in case we need to restart civilization somewhere. Because, apocalypse.
Okay, let's go to the airship and take account of what's all on there and make sure that they're willing to go with us to Rockfin and then wherever we need to go from Rockfin on.
Yeah, I go up to the ship and say, Jazargo, I need the ship's manifest.
Okay. So you guys go upstairs. Are you all gonna go to the ship at 3 o'clock in the morning?
I'm not tired, so yeah.
Okay. Well, if you stay awake, you are gonna get a point of exhaustion for not completing your
I thought
long rest.
you said we had been awake for an hour.
Well, yeah, you woke up in the middle of the night with this crashing sound from the terrace coming through the basement.
Oh, okay.
You woke from your sleep, and you've been awake for an hour when you went and talked to the dragons.
Okay, well then
you went to the volcano.
Yeah, I didn't realize we were sleepy. Yeah. I sleep the rest of the night.
Okay, sorry. You've been awake, but you're not fully rested.
Now I understand that, so I will continue my resting.
Okay. Just make a perception check as you go back to your room. Okay, you don't hear anything.
I check on Philip on my way. No, not Philip. Drake.
You open the door.
Just quietly, I peek in.
He's still sitting on the bed on the edge as you directed him.
Does he look sleepy?
No, but He looks like he's been sitting there a long time. I'm not sure if you have other clothing. I seem to have soiled myself. I needed to use the restroom, and you said not to move. And you're a scary dude, so I didn't move. And I've had some accidents. I need. I'm also hungry, but that's I don't want to move. So I didn't want to call for anybody. I'm sorry. These linens look really nice, but I just couldn't help myself.
That's okay. We've all wanted to do that to that bed anyway. So hang out here. I'll get you taken care of. And I find Philip and I say he needs change of clothes, a couple chamber pots, please, and some food for that guy. That'll probably grease the wheels in you talking to him about the things we discussed.
Okay. Sorry. Right away, sir.
Maybe some towels, things like that.
Easy enough. Okay, so you all finish your long rest. To finish your night out, no loud crashing sounds or bathroom sounds from other people's rooms. You find yourselves alert and awake in the morning, having completed your long rest and ready to go wake up your airship crew. Oh, you regain any hit points you lost to the rabbits.
I did lose some hit points to the rabbits. But now it's like it never happened.
So you would like to go and
I'll ask him
get
for the
to your
manifest.
airship?
Yeah, ask for the manifest, see what kind of supplies we have. Ask him what we might need for extended journeys and things like that.
Okay. So as you approach the ship, there's a small garrison of guards that have kind of taken up a perimeter. They don't cause you any issue, but they are kind of watching this airfield to make sure that this ship they've obviously know it's here and they seem to have talked to the crew and they know their reasoning, but they're just kind of keeping an eye out, making sure that there's nothing going on, because like any other port, they would make sure that everything is tip top shape, so that they let you pass no problem. You go up the stairs to board the ship, and the captain's not quite awake, but you do see the purple tiefling, Kuji, who is kind of up and walking around and kind of notices you guys. And he has access to the manifests, so he can get you. Right now, they just kind of have enough supplies. If they were going to take a long journey, they would need to supply up. Docking here, they kind of ran out. So they're just kind of living, you have them on standby right now. So they're just kind of living on their own, biding time until needed. But he would kind of inform you, would be nice if potentially we could have a day or two if you're going to want to travel somewhere long distance, so that we can kind of get the things in. Weeks in advance would be great. We could order things, but I'm not running the show here. I'm just giving my opinion.
That's not how it works. You just need to be ready at all times.
Okay, well, you can talk to the captain. I'm just telling you what I know, which is that the more the merrier when it comes to time.
I mean, yeah, well, sure, yeah.
So, what do you need?
Well, to start, we're going to go to Rockfen. Do we have enough supplies to go to Rockfen?
Easily enough.
So I suggest we're going to go to Rockfen. We're going to stay there. We're going to stay there for a while and read and stuff. You can try to get supplies while we're there. And then we're probably going to come back here, and then you can get all the supplies you want.
You remember? Oh, go ahead.
That should be fine.
Go ahead, Zen. Go ahead, Zen. I can't hear anybody.
He said never mind.
No, I said never mind.
Oh, okay.
Well, he didn't say it, but he kind of did the little head nod, like never mind, and mouthed it.
No, go ahead, Zen.
No, I was just gonna say that all those people that we've saved and towns that we've helped, I mean, it's about time that they start giving something for the greater good of Thalandria. So maybe we could recruit some friends. As long as none of them fall in the lava, we should be fine. I mean, we could go pick up Una Aura. I'm sure she'd love to help.
Which town is she in?
We'd have to ascertain her location. I don't know if she's still where she's at.
So then we might be actually creating a group for the Guardians of Thalandria instead of just Parna.
We could franchise out, so they'll have like the Guardians of Stillwater, the Guardians of Rockfin, and then combined, like when we all get together for like the annual conference, it's the Guardians of Thalandria.
I'm on board with that. As long as it's optional pants whenever we meet in council.
It's always optional pants for you, Zan.
I know. With enough charisma, anybody can get away with it.
I can't get away with that. I can't. My modifier's -1.
That was
You
mine.
can try.
That's why we're friends. I like this idea. I really do. This is a really good idea. And is there a way that we can get word to all the towns? And while you guys are researching, I could take the boat around and pick up people from various towns, and we could have a strike force against the Tarask.
Only thing I could do is ask Rivorhu to let everybody know, but there's no guarantee he'll listen to me. So
What if we contacted Una Aura because she was part of the group that we were working with at one point? Maybe she could get in touch with the rest.
she didn't give me her number, sadly. We just had
Hey.
coffee and FaceTime.
Here's an idea. Do you guys want to give the Tokars a chance to be helpful?
Do we still have tow cars here?
I think we have at least 2.
You and who else?
We still have Wallow. I brought Wallow back to life.
I know, but who says he's still serving the town? I mean, if I just came back to life in a brand new body, I'd be taking off my pants and doing lots of things.
Was one of the Tokar towers was damaged, wasn't it?
Yes.
But
would
the other
say
two-
falling on me is damaged.
That's
I
right.
can attest it was damaged. I was in that jumbled mess.
But the other 2 were unscathed, correct?
Correct.
Well, yeah, let's let the Tokars send out the
I like
word.
your accent.
Let's let the Tokars send out the word
I'm gonna go to
the word.
I want to go to the Tokar district and find one of those assistant guys that's in the lobby of one of the 2 towers.
Respite.
Respite.
Yeah.
Bring
Okay.
him crackers.
Do I have any crackers? Does the ship have any crack? How about the ship? It might have these exported crackers.
Make an investigation check. You do find one lowly box of special crackers.
Kuji, I'm gonna take these. All right, I gotta grease the wheels with a Tokar here.
Those are my favorite.
We'll get you some more, I
Reaches
promise,
up
buddy.
And tries to grab them.
You what?
I reach up and try to grab them.
Crackers?
Yeah, Mister. Zan has taken the crackers before. Remember? He was a horrible man and stole.
I try not to let him grab the crackers from me without destroying the crackers.
Go ahead. Make opposing dexterity checks for science.
Can I have advantage because I really like crackers?
No, because he rolled an 11.
Well, there's
Why
always
not?
that chance.
There is. Oh man. You
I
watch
say-
out of the corner of your eye, this hand starts to creep and snatches, and you just kind of out of the way.
I say no.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. I just really like those crackers.
And I go find Respite.
I'm sorry, guys. I have no idea what's going on.
It's okay, not your fault.
But at least my camera's in the last position, so I'm not
Yeah.
messing anybody up
Yeah.
now.
Okay. You go to find Respite. You kind of give a little knock, and his little window opens. Hello.
I say, it's me, Tokar Chad.
Come in.
And I come in.
You hear this and all these locks unlocking. Sorry. Security. You understand. Come in. He takes time to individually lock each lock while you're standing there. Okay.
I start to look impatient.
Now that we're safe and everything is fine, what can I do for you?
What can I
Did
do
I
for
detect
you?
the sense of a PTSD from Respite?
Little bit.
That's what can I do for you, Tokar Chad, sir.
Not sure about that, but
Okay.
it's fine.
Which
What can I do for you?
Who's working today? Which Tokars are working today?
They're all in. They're all somewhere. I can't tell you where. It's a security issue. I trust you, but I can't tell you. Maybe. Or can I?
You
Are you
can.
here at all?
You can tell me.
They are here.
Where?
Are they? Here. They're around. They're here. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Up, down, around.
I take the box of crackers out and I look at him and said, I was going to give this to you, but you don't really seem forthcoming with being my friend.
Okay. Hold on.
And
hold
I
on,
like-
Hold on. Okay. All right. Who would you like to see? I will clear their schedule.
Can somebody tell me who I want to see?
Although,
Tokar Wallow, please. Now.
Yes. Okay. All right. We'll go up. If you would be so kind.
If I see Wallow, I will give these to you.
He's right upstairs. I promise.
Then it shouldn't be hard to climb that and go there, and I'll give these to you as soon as I see his face. You weren't trusting me, so that makes me untrustworthy of you.
Fine. To the stairs.
To the stairs!
Let's ascend these stairs that go all the way up. One moment. He kind of pushes the large double doors and shuts them. A couple minutes pass and he comes back. All right, I have cleared the schedule. You have 5 minutes.
Have you cleared the schedule?
He's very busy today. Don't worry.
But you cleared his schedule.
Yes, for you.
for
right?
5
All right.
minutes.
I think
5 minutes.
I think 5 minutes would be acceptable. Do I see
All right,
do I
Bill.
see his face?
You can peer in. He's in there.
I give him the crackers.
Ha! And he runs back down the stairs.
I go in and tell Wallow what's going on. Tarask, need help from other towns. Big fighters needed. Can you contact them?
Yes, but it will take some time. It's not easy contacting others. If we use the postal system that I still don't think is worthy of its name, it will take a long time. We could use the keepers, but they haven't been responding to my courier. So yes, but I don't have a fast means thus far.
Are you telling me that you guys don't have sending stones to talk to the leaders of the other towns?
That is exactly what I am telling you. We are advanced, but our technology only goes so far.
As your new Tokar, I think that should be a priority in the future.
That is something we should discuss, but now is probably
Not the time.
Yes. Breastbeat said I only had 5 minutes, so I should probably stick to my schedule.
This is of the utmost importance. I think you should talk to me until we're done, and then you can do whatever you need to do. This Tarask, if it comes out of the Underdark where it is, it's going to come up in the middle of this town. And don't you think this town has suffered enough?
Yes, I quite agree. However, what I am telling you
Sorry,
is
I didn't mean to hurt blow out your ears. Apologize.
What I'm telling you is I can't currently help, and you're saying a lot of words that I don't understand. Tarask, Underdark, I got the part about danger. So I will do my best. The Guardians have always been good to me, and I will make sure to see if I can rummage up one of these sending stones.
So I tell him how our flight path is going to be. We're going to start in Dragontown, USA. No, that's not a thing. What is it?
Rockfin?
Rockfin, where the Dragonborns live. And then we're going to make the loop, picking up people on the way. Might have to hit Rockfin again to pick up the people that are reading, and then come back here.
That should be plenty of time. I will try to get a message out.
Try extremely hard.
You know that I will, Chad.
I trust you.
I trust you too.
I love you.
You can get out of my office now.
Okay, I will. Bye-bye. That's Chokar chat, by the way. See ya.
You exit, make your way down, and back with the Guardians to prepare your ship, any other supplies that you will need, and unless there's something else you guys really need to do, we can set you on sail towards Rockfin for next time, when we will pick up with episode 47 of Guardians of Parna, and hopefully, unless something just completely blindsides all 5 of us from nowhere, which is what has been happening the last 3 months, we will be back next week to play in front of you guys. We appreciate you being out there and watching. So thank you so much. We'll do what we can, and we'll keep you updated, and we'll see you guys later. So thanks for watching. Bye-bye now.